Hey guys, welcome to the show. It is Saturday, Views from the Vault, episode 28. We will be starting very soon. We'll be covering this week in Caps, and we're going to be going through everyone's keepers, weepers, and sleepers. So just hang tight. If you are in the chat room, drop a line to say hi. We'll be starting very, very soon. Look at that beautiful hat. Chat room.
No, shoot.
Drop.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. I'll post the link.
If I yell out at any time during the show, it's because Iowa State's playing pretty fucking shitty right now. So
You like state, but not the actual Iowa, right?
this is the Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State your team, but you hate Iowa.
Oh, fuck, you can't stand them.
Okay. Just checking.
I've always thought it was weird how universities add a state at the end of it, and that's another team.
It's another school.
I find it weird.
I know.
I find it weird that some of the places call it state, but they're not a state.
Oh, that too.
Oh, yeah.
Like San Jose State. Like,
well, Memphis used to be a state for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're not a state.
You're city.
City. It's confusing, especially for Canadians.
Yeah, because you don't even have states.
We don't know which states are which and whatever. It's
provinces.
false advertising.
Yeah, see, and I can explain a little bit of San Jose State, because we have Sacramento State, we have Long Beach State, we have San Francisco State. They're part of the state college university system, so maybe that's what it is for other states.
Yeah, it's a state school, right?
Right.
Still confusing.
It is confusing. I agree. I know in California we have the CSU system, California State University system, and then we also have the UC system, which is the University of California system.
Okay, that's confusing.
That is.
Oh, Lee's on with us.
Lee is with us, yeah. So Lee, TJ.
There wouldn't be Views from the Vault without TJ in the comment.
True. Professor.
TJ thinks state refers to state university. I know, but it's confusing, man. It's not confusing. All right.
Yeah, Mary.
Let's get started. Welcome, guys. It is Views from the Vault, episode 28. It's your homie, Leon. We have a different look for you guys today. Pierre is actually on the road. So we've got two guys to fill his spot. You know, because Pierre talks enough that we had to get two guys to fill his usual spot. So we're joined by Jason Mead, aka the Hat Crawler, and then two of the guest hosts, Hazor goes by Has Hats on Instagram, and Aaron A goes by Househead 1111. Welcome to the show. We're going to be covering this week in Caps. We've also got your guys' keepers, weepers, and sleepers for the week. So it'll be interesting to see some new blood, get a fresh perspective on things. We'll also be previewing a couple hats towards the end of the slideshow. We got some new stuff dropping on the Capologist next week. So let's get started. So today, the Northern Lights collection dropped on Hat Club. So I think it was about 18 teams dropped all at once.
Mhm.
Jason, how was the traffic? Did you get a lot of complaints on your page about callouts and stuff?
I mean, for a few of the like specific designs that sold out really quick, yeah. But for the most part, I mean, everybody was able to eat on this one. They had quite a few designs that stuck around for a while.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you were just looking for this colorway, you should have had plenty of opportunity to grab one on the drop.
That's cool. I mean,
I saw Ben on Twitter saying that he had posted like around 11:05 or 11:05 my time, saying that he was shocked at how quiet it was. So obviously everybody must be getting what they wanted. So.
Yeah. Well, we're in a Facebook group as well, Fitted Hat Society, and a lot of people are posting their order confirmations and saying they kind of got what they wanted. So, usual suspects look good to me. Colorado looks great. Boston looks great. Arizona looks great. Everything else kind of, to me is kind of run of the mill. But do you see anything here? I know you mainly collect San Fran hats. You don't really.
I got to give a shout out to Hat Club. They, I don't know if they were listening to, fans of teams that you only use a white logo on the front of the hat. This time they give us a little bit of color on the front of the hat, and that's to me that makes a little bit of a difference. It matches the UV, which is nice. But San Francisco, obviously for me, I'm a big San Francisco fan, as you guys already know.
That should be on the next page. So
there it is.
They snuck a Skull Chief in there too.
Mm-hmm.
That one came out really nice. The colors work well together, in my opinion. I gotta make a comment about the Colorado. I think you guys have said it many a times before. It's nice that they use the mountains instead of the CR. So once again, they did a good job with that. I agree with Leon on that.
What about you, Aaron? Anything stick out? I know you mainly collect Oakland hats initially, but you've been kind of.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm all over on teams now, but A's is obviously my primary, and I was really happy with the A's this time around, just simply because they use a different logo for a change, and finally you're giving me a different side patch to look at, because I know we don't have much to choose from, but Battle of the Bay, it's a little stale. It's a cool patch, but it's a little stale from a design perspective. So it's nice to see something changed up. But I'm a big fan of that one, obviously, and the Marlins one really grabbed me too. I really dug that one a lot.
Yeah. Do you guys get like the reference from where the colorways kind of based?
I do.
To the name, yeah.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
No. I don't think for legal reasons we can say it, but we can talk about it off air. To me, I've been told where it's based off of and the reference. I don't really see it, to be honest.
Oh, then maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I misunderstand it.
Maybe I did too. Then also.
Yeah.
So this is based on a team's colorways.
Oh, okay. Then I'm totally in the wrong ballpark there.
Yeah.
I did not make a connection.
I was going by the name itself, Northern Lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I was saying that this colorway is based on a team's colorway, and it's not,
I didn't know
the current team, but it's not their current colorway. So yeah, we could talk about it off air. I don't know for legal reasons. I don't want to.
Yeah, of course.
So, it is interesting. It's kind of like a hidden Easter egg, I guess. So, if you know, you know.
Right.
Some more general releases for the A's. This one was kind of interesting. They got the gold A and then the gold under.
I like that look a lot.
Yeah, and they didn't use the Battle of the Bay. They used the official World Series logo there. Winged Angel, and then the red clay bottom, and then the red clay hat for Houston. Anything of these stick up to you guys? I know Aaron's probably eyeing that A's. I got it on the way.
That red clay under, the red clay under on that Houston hat is it's a real nice look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of when UVs match the logo.
Okay.
It makes it look complete, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then just for reference, Googaloo had mentioned the team that it was based on in the comments. So if you guys are curious, you got to read.
Okay.
Comments there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, these are kind of interesting. I mean, they're a little bit different than they normally do. I guess the clay red hat, the full clay, that's kind of regular, but that's the first time I ever seen them do the under for the Houston one. That's cool.
That was apparently it was a fan or follower request.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, I remember seeing that somewhere, and I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was either, but that was by request, and it must have been somebody that Hat Club really liked. So they went ahead and did it, and it worked because it was gone immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean Houston guys always gobble up this stuff. I'm not a big fan of that Broken Star. Like, to me, that particular
I like that Broken Star. That's one of my favorite logos of theirs.
I like the one before this one, the blue and gold era.
Okay. Yeah, the color, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that Angels, first time we've seen it like that, right?
I was about to say that the winged A.
That colorway kind of looks different. Two-tone.
I'm sure we've seen that somewhere before, but
I feel like we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that should be one of those logos that get vaulted up and never return.
You're done with that one?
Hate that logo.
Oh, you just don't like it at all. I gotcha.
No.
And then the Yankees 1950 dropped twice. So I think they had like an error where they mixed up their AMs and their PMs because
it dropped exactly 12 hours before it was supposed to. The black.
Yeah, it dropped in the middle of the night. Some people got lucky and grabbed it, and then it disappeared, and then it re-showed up the next day.
Yep.
So if you're lucky to score on that one, I ended up grabbing the black version, so the black with the pink accents. Yeah. I was leaning towards the navy one, but the last second I'm like, fuck it, grab the black and pink.
Yeah, the black, the pink. I always love when they put the UV colors into the side patch.
I agree, 100%. It makes it hat complete once again.
Yeah,
and then people went crazy for the San Diego logo. Like, that logo's been doing really well for them.
It's just a really nice hat.
Yeah,
see why people gobbled that one up.
Yeah, see, and I'm completely opposite you guys. I didn't get it at all. I mean, it does nothing for me.
I think it's just a flip. So like normally there's gold,
right,
and brown, and they just flip the color. Like sometimes like a little subtle. Like I think it's a cool hat. I didn't run to buy it, but there was a lot of people complaining that they couldn't. And then the two-tone Mariners, that one's a pretty cool hat. It's two tones, got the home beacon, 25th year anniversary. Anything like Seattle like that, two tones, they always go crazy.
Those colors go well together.
Yeah. And then some NFL. We got some Super Bowl stuff. We got is it corduroy? Oh no, it's just script, regular Cowboy.
I think I felt like the Dallas script one was corduroy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but
because they released a bunch of those. With
the script one was corduroy. The Dallas Cowboys one was originally supposed to come out with all the other corduroy ones, but it got delayed.
Gotcha.
So they put it together with this Super Bowl side patch one.
Yeah, there's some like weirdness with the Cowboys is they don't do like revenue sharing or something for their merch. So you got to get like direct approval from them to do stuff. So that's probably explains why.
Oh, okay. I've often wondered that because it seems like the Cowboys often do lag behind in certain releases when they draw Cowboy stuff.
They don't approve a lot of stuff altogether just because it's such a hassle. You don't go just through the league office or Justin has explained it before, but the Cowboys are one of the hardest teams to work with at the major level.
Justin also hates the Cowboys, so
that's true. So he probably doesn't put a whole lot of effort into it. But
yeah. No, anytime you see a Cowboys hat through Hat Club, it's usually John who makes it because Justin refuses to. The Arizona one's nice with the red eyes. I think we've seen that before, either from just Sports AZ. We're just talking about them off air. And Hat Club's done it, I believe. I don't know who was the originator of that one, but that one's a cool.
We've seen the red eyes on the Diamondbacks a lot. I don't recall ever seeing it like this for the Cardinals. But
I can almost guarantee that Just Sports had it before.
Oh, I'm sure they have. I mean, they do all those Phoenix teams really well.
Right.
Arizona
They
team.
do.
So.
It reminds me. It reminds me of the logo elements that New Era had dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So
I
maybe
like
that's
it a
what
lot.
is
A
on the
lot
mind.
better.
What do you guys think about the gray UV on that, though? Wouldn't it be better if it was all black? I mean, personally, I like, once again, now, gray UV, huh?
The gray.
I like the gray. Black is acceptable on a black hat, but no, gray UV.
Well, I know people don't like the black nasties. I know that, but once again, complete look.
Yeah. So Christoph is saying that Topperz dropped this one before. So
That
Could
might
be.
be it.
Washington Stars. Jay, you had this on your top 9 that we just did. Do you want to retell the story since it's fresh?
I don't have the complete story off the top of my head, but essentially the Padres were literally the trucks were packed and ready to move to Washington, D.C. in like 1984. They had the logo, they had the uniforms, they had everything set up to play. So they're going to play in RFK.
Even the season tickets. I heard they even sold season tickets.
I think they sold tickets. Yep.
Oh.
And then at like the 11th hour, either somebody came in San Diego and turned things around. So they had these logos all created and just never released. This is the second time Hat Club's released them. I missed out on the first one because they went really fast. So I ended up was able to grab the white front panel one.
I was about to guess white front.
White front. Now the pinwheel one's really nice too. I would have preferred to see that as an all sky blue crown. I think that would have been a cool look. But yeah, cool story. I love hats with stories, so I wasn't gonna miss this one again.
Yeah, it's funny. So for me, I really wanted the all blue one, and it sold out. And I ended up settling for the white panel, one, and then the Indianapolis Arrows was the other what if one.
Yep.
I remember thinking like, fuck, I missed the all blue, grabbed the all blue of the Arrows first, and I ended up getting it. And then I think the other ones looked better.
Yeah.
So like I got like the opposites. So like I wish I had the all blue of this one and then the white panel of the Arrows, but it is what it is. Sometimes when they sell it so fast, you can't make, the most rational decision. You got to click fast. But clean hat, it was cool. They brought it back. I think they're pretty. They have a pretty good amount of stock left. So
yeah, I think these are all still available. Again, I'm not sure what sizes, but I think they're all of them are still on the site. So.
It was a cool. Anytime you can get like a good story behind a cap, I'm all in.
Absolutely.
Just they found like the old pamphlets and the old.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
I was going to say, Hat Club seems like one of the few places that releases unreleased teams or story hats, if you will. I know there's other smaller companies that do, No North and Over Your Head and that do stories behind their hats, and that's awesome. That actually appeals more. But it seems like Hat Club finds these teams that were never going to be created, and then produces them. And it's
I
awesome.
mean, like they never used the logo, so
Right.
like I think there's been enough time, and the people who buy the hats from them probably offer up, maybe like people give them the idea or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly like where it came from, or I don't want to like kind of just minimize their role in it, but like it could have been someone who just suggested it and
right. But then again, Hat Club does a lot of retro logos. They do the research. They go figure out, was there New Era flags? What colors were these? Were there Bannermans on the back? Where did this logo come from? They do put in the work to make these. So it wouldn't surprise me if they just went digging and found this and then figured out what the story was behind it. So.
Sure.
I feel like they used to do this kind of thing more often. Like maybe going back a couple of years, that this kind of a theme of an unused or unrealized team was something that we saw a little bit more frequently from Hat Club. Because I remember this. I remember I want to say it was either a year or even 2 years ago when they did the Warbirds with Brandios, and that was that was that New Jersey Arena League football team that that never came to fruition because 9/11 happened on the day that it was either the day of or the day before that they were supposed to announce the team and the logos and all that stuff, and they decided to pull it back because of the events. But I feel like they used to do it more often.
Well, to be fair, there's only a certain amount of unused logos out there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, that well only runs so deep.
Yeah, very true.
I know they did like they found like a was it a Padres prototype off of like a trade show, and then SD Hat guy Tim went with them like and got them to make it. So it's like cool little logos, unused stuff.
Apparently they can't. New Era's pulled that one from the catalog. Can't be used anymore.
Well, San Diego's probably mad that they didn't get their royalties. But whatever. Slide Socks is back in red, and then Danny came back. I think this is a retro of an old design in a new colorway.
Yeah, so this is one of his pre-Hat Club designs that he's obviously given them rights to use and in a brand new colorway. So this design originally released before my collecting days, so I don't even remember what color it was available in.
I believe it was in black.
Black. Like Tango Warrior or something is what this one's called. So yeah, he's brought it back for the masses. Yeah, I like that colorway. I like the lime under with the lime eyelets. Nice little touch.
I agree.
It's almost like a sea foam, or like a mint.
Yeah, it might be mint. Sure.
Yeah, and it's olive, right? Is that an olive?
Yeah,
the hat, the crown and brim. Yeah, it's a good look.
Does anybody know what their characters mean or say?
I'm curious. It's Japanese. We'd have to get Chris K on, and Chris K does not read or write Japanese. But the Slide Socks is back. I think the original one was like blue with black on blue. Now we got them in red. I think this is like the third version of it. This is a brand new design. So interesting.
Third or fourth.
Yeah. Are during the summer, are any of you guys socks with slides kind of people? Is this a look that you guys would rock?
Only in the middle of the night, going to the convenience store. That's it.
Sorry, what'd you say, Jay?
How old do you think I am?
You gotta be old to rock slides and socks.
Yeah, no. I very rarely ever wear socks from like March through November.
Okay.
Yeah.
What will you, Hayes? Would you brave enough to do the slide sock look?
Definitely not. Like I think, like Aaron said, only in the middle of the night when I have to get up, use the restroom or go get
go to the convenience store.
Midnight snack or something.
Fair enough. So Chris is saying that Tengu came with a camel brim before.
Okay.
And apparently he's an all year, every day slides and socks kind of guy.
Yeah, Chris is the first guy I thought about when I asked that question. He says he rocks that look quite often. My Fitted's doing a thing, bunch of Yankees, bunch of side patches, some stuff that you kind of don't really see. So some of those look kind of different. Anything kind of stand out for you here, Jay?
I mean, we've seen the All-Star Brave stuff before, but that logo is always very, very popular. Yeah, I mean, they're putting together basically all the All-Star Game patches on a Yankees hat. They have a whole slew of them ready to go. There's a lot of cool patches out there for the All-Star games.
Sometimes I'm happy I'm not a Yankee fan because then I wouldn't have to get them all.
Right. Yeah. That's the one downside of these. I know why they're doing Yankees because that's the the market they're in for their local stores and stuff.
Sell like crazy.
Yeah, but I'd like to see them do, the teams that hosted the games too.
Are they putting that patch on the top right? The image on the top right. I can't tell what year it was that. They put the patch on the left side of the hat, huh? Compared to the.
So that usually when that happens, that means it's like a Cooperstown exact 2-spec on-field hat.
Makes sense.
Once they touch any other aspect of the hat, they have to flip it to the right hand side and put the New Era flag on the left. So so that looks to me like they basically ordered the exact hat they would have worn on the field that
There
year.
you go. So that's for all those people who love their true to specs hats. They can get that one.
Now, starting in like 2016, when New Era threw the flag on every hat, all the patches are on the right hand side now.
Yeah.
So yeah, any of them prior to 2016 and it's on the left, they basically ordered the same mid that the teams would have ordered. So,
and they didn't start wearing patches until what, like 96, I think, right? On
yeah,
field.
I don't remember them putting patches on. In fact, I don't even remember them putting patches on the All-Star Game hats. It was about 5 to 10 years ago where they actually had special All-Star Game hats.
Yeah.
I don't remember these
home hat.
Like I think these are all sleeve patches.
They're sleeve patches, right? Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah. So I don't know why that, unless they actually wore that patch on their hat in 2000 in Atlanta, I don't know why that one's on the left-hand side, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
Fourth quarter shot came out with a couple hats. Jason, you really like the one in the corner, right? Top left-hand corner.
Yeah, just I'm slowly becoming a fan of brown hats, and I really like this light tan under on this one. It's unfortunate that it's a Dodgers hat, so I won't ever own it. But well, that and it sold out really quick. This was.
I was gonna say Jason's been spending a little bit too much time with us. He's liking Dodger hats now, and
I am not liking Dodger hats. I will maybe occasionally buy another side patch, but it's got to be super special.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just like the look of this hat. It's a nice looking hat.
What was the name of it? They had some funky name.
Yeah, cafe con leche.
Okay.
Coffee and cream, huh?
Coffee and cream. So
yeah.
It was originally supposed to be an in-store only release, and he surprised everybody by putting it online, and it didn't last long there. So
if you drink your coffee and it looks like the under visor of that, you put way too much cream in there, man.
You're not drinking coffee, you're drinking milk.
Yeah. Well, milk wouldn't even do that to a coffee.
Yeah.
That's cream.
Yeah.
That's cream for sure. But yeah, shout out to Eric over at the fourth quarter. Coming out with some cool stuff.
Yes.
All the Right came out with like what's the official name of this? It's kind of like it's a take on the Blackout hat, but
I don't know. I don't know if they had a name for it. I'm gonna check their Instagram. Maybe there's something on there.
Yeah.
But on the website, it was just Blackout World Series hat.
Mm.
So
yeah, are you guys fans of the Blackout look?
I am.
You are?
Oh yeah, I'm black's my favorite color, and it goes with anything. You can wear any kind of outfit, and then a black hat goes with it.
It does not go in navy blue.
What about you?
I used to like the all blackout look for quite a while, and I got away from them because they don't wear long term very well. I don't like the way the all black looks after extended wear. And just the fading, it just doesn't look good. But these hats, I'd definitely make an exception for. I think these are great. I love the contrast color on the underbrim and the button. That button is such a great touch. And then what I also saw when I checked these out was the batterman on the back is the same color. It's a color match for the underbrim and the button.
Nice.
I think it's a great look. I would have preferred a black sweatband, but what are you gonna do?
I like the white guts. So on their Instagram, they just call it the Blackout Series.
Okay, cool. It's like a contrasting like kind of theme they got going on. It's like it's dark but it's bright at the same time. Blacked out, but it's not. Like
right.
The really cool take on the Blackout hat. We haven't really seen it done like a blackout this colorful before.
Right.
Tried to do the Blackout. All black everything.
Definitely like the team color UV for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this hat probably wears really well. From what I understand, they still probably got some stuff.
TJ white sweatbands are dumb. Whatever, TJ.
They're not practical though. I do agree.
Comfy as hell.
And it looks like they got the the regular style white sweatband. That one's a little bit more tolerable. I know the other one is more comfortable, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's more durable. The floppy one, the long john.
Oh, the long shot.
Oh yeah, I don't like the floppy one. It's been about a half an hour, so we'll explain again where Pierre is. He went to Amish country. They confiscated his car, his phone, his internet. We don't know if or when he'll ever be back. So that's the update on Pierre.
Yeah, the Pierre update. Corporate got him. Teamed up with a cool designer. Is Ty Matheson, right? Mathis. Mathis. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ty Mathis. If you guys are familiar with his work, he designs and owns the company All Things Regular. So I don't know what I guess corporate is from Cincinnati. That's why.
Yeah.
We're all because Ty is from Chicago, if I understand.
Right. So I think I may have this wrong, but Ty's done a lot of work with leaders out of Chicago as well.
Okay.
Back in the day. So he's been around the scene for quite a few years. And apparently corporate or reached out to him to design some Cincinnati hats. So
yeah, it's an interesting take on some of them. I mean, it's the Cincinnati Reds, and you don't see a speck of red really anywhere except for a little bit on the gray one. So he did kind of do them in a really unique way. It's not like what you would normally expect the Reds to come out with. So it is a cool capsule. I didn't jump on any of them. I think Pierre ended up grabbing all of them. So we'll get a better look in hand when he has them.
Right. I'm like, okay, these are nice. And then I sat and I kept looking at that one in the bottom left.
Yeah, that one's really interesting.
So the bronze is what he calls it. I went back to get it and they're out of my size.
Okay.
So
I think that one's the best of the bunch.
Yeah, I don't know, that green really pops off of that tan hat.
It's a nice, it's a nice teal.
Some of these other ones too didn't use Batterman in the back. They used the word mark, which I'm not a fan of at all.
Yeah.
So that I think it was the tan one with the camo under brim. I like that one, but then I went and it's got the Reds word mark on the back. So I didn't pick it. Yeah.
I like that one in the top left. That one's a nice. I like that side
on his Instagram or Facebook or something. He said he wanted to design a hat that his dad would be proud to wear. And his dad, I mean, obviously, was probably in that age range where the Big Red Machine and the 70s World Series were in his heyday. So that's the inspiration behind that one. It's just something that his dad could wear every day.
The one with the camo with the red, there's Mr. Red Legs there as a side patch. It almost looks like it could be a meme nowadays. He's just kind of angry. Like, I don't know what his thing is. That's a really unique patch, though. At least you don't really see that often.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why you don't see that one too often.
Right.
Not a great looking patch.
Yeah, and then like the hyper pink though. Those ones are kind of. You gotta be really
bright.
That's a little bright.
Yeah,
bright on my taste.
It's almost like a bubblicious color.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Zoom or something that's kind of really highlighting those, but on the website they're not quite that in your face.
Yeah.
That's bright, man.
Yeah.
Are they the same hat, just with different patches?
No. They're the same patch. One's like a rose red, and the other one's like more of a rose pink.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's the internet washing these out or whatever. They're not quite that fluorescent. But yeah, you still got to really be a Reds fan to be wanting to wear one of them, or a fan of that color.
Interesting that there's two different logos. Or is it just me? The top left has like a shadow behind it on the C. While the other, okay, so there's different logos. Okay, I don't know if that was the design or is that just the.
It's probably tied to the patch, so you probably had to use like the
Yeah.
the logo for the time.
Okay.
Yeah, the Reds have been around for 150 years and have about 150 different logos. So
True. I remember that a couple of seasons ago when they released a bunch.
Yeah, you can do a top 10 countdown of just Reds logos easily. Like,
yeah,
just on their C's alone.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, Capologist, we dropped a collaboration with Ink Park. Shout out to John from Ink Park. He killed this logo. We're having he was having some trouble getting it approved, and we got the job done for him. So originally, we were worried about getting it approved in the Laker and the Dodger colorway, so we ended up getting it done on the top right, which is the Olympic colorway. That one, it got approved, and then the Dodgers and the Lakers ended up winning championships. So we were like, you know what, let's just do it. Screw it. So available 3 colors, thecapologist.com. The pre-order's up for another week or so. We got some cool stuff in the works for this. So if you want to add a City of Champions side patch, we do have that available as well. So not everyone likes side patches. So we sell them as a separate for this particular project.
Yeah, I really like that Olympic colorway.
Me too.
I was about to say that's
the one for me.
You're not getting on that Dodger blue and white one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't own Dodger colors. I mean Dodger hats. I mean that's
not Dodger hat.
That's not a Dodger hat per se, right?
Well, first of all, I'm not a Laker fan. Second of all, I'm not a Dodger fan. So even because I'm assuming you guys in Ink Park is more like a call out or a shout out to Mamba, right? Black Mamba.
Yes, he's a big Kobe fan.
Okay, my respects, R.I.P. But definitely not a Laker fan. So yeah, no, but going back to out of these 3, definitely the Olympic. That looks really nice. The colors, the eyelets, everything you guys did on that was out of the park.
Yeah, the colored underbrim. It's good. It's a great look.
Yeah, we also have some more stuff with Ink Park on the way that we ordered and are not pre-ordering. We're just gonna shock drop it. So
boom
for that.
Just hitting you right over the head with it. So new era, getting ready for the NBA season whenever they do decide to start.
They tentatively agreed to start December 21st. So there's only like less than a month left.
Right, but normally they'd be started by now.
Yes.
So they dropped their tip-off series and dropped the ball with it at the same time. So
these hats suck.
What?
These hats suck.
They're
terrible. Just garbage. Move on.
It's just like,
move on. Yeah.
You want to it's tough, right? Like you want to design hats. It's like, all right, like let's find the most cookie cutter way possible to do it. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
well, I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like that's just been par for the course for new era with team gear in general. You know, I mean, I have been so disappointed with their NFL stuff, and before I really became an avid collector, NFL hats was what I was really into, and I just got so tired of what New Era was putting out from their own website that I had to start looking around for other sources just to find, you know, different options that appealed to me, because the standard stuff they put out, you know, for teams in general, I mean, other than baseball, they still do a good job on baseball, but I mean, it's much like this. It's just garbage in, garbage out.
So yeah, they continue to use this silicone crap logo.
Yep.
Just embroider this stuff and it'll be a passable hat. Silicone belongs in the kitchen, on the beach, or in a breast, not on a hat.
I think this would be passable, semi-passable, if this was a side patch, but it's not even commemorating anything. So like, what's the point?
No.
It's just like a weird look, man. I almost automatically buy every Raptor hat, but like recently I look at it and laugh. Like, what is even the point?
That's exactly what I did with the Kings one.
Right? Like,
well, I do that with all the Kings hats.
We are one of the worst teams in the leagues. I'll own up.
All right, Topperz coming up with some new stuff. Well, not new stuff. It's just minor league stuff.
Yeah, these are mostly just on field. Maybe a little bit different colorway on the Bagels one. But yeah, you got the Brooklyn Cyclones Bagels. You got the Staten Island Yankees, which are no longer a team. Pizza Rat's Subway token hat. I just found out today that Yankees are moving on from the Trenton Thunder and the Staten Island Yankees. So, so in the bottom row, you got the Jamestown Jammers. Nice retro logo.
They're defunct, right?
What's that?
Jamestown's done too, right?
Yeah, they've been done for a while, but you usually see that on a purple hat. So it's nice little switch up there. And then on the bottom right, you got the Quad City Rivers Bandits, one of their alt logos, one of their many alt logos. So
these are cool. These are cool looks. They came out with some other stuff. The top two on the right cause a bit of controversy. Then you got some stuff, some team described. That Cardinals one's really cool. You very rarely see that. And then the A's one, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, I like it.
And the Phillies colorway. That Jets kind of weird, but yeah. Do you want to talk about that one, Jason, or
yeah? So the one, especially the one in the top middle, that is going to be an NBA crossover collection, if you will, from Hat Club sometime in the future. They've done, I don't know, quite a few teams, right?
Yeah.
Basically any city that has both an NBA and a baseball team. So I was actually talking to Pat from Topperz today on an unrelated thing, and he did bring this up. He feels terrible. He saw this in the database. He doesn't do a lot of Rocky stuff. He thought it was a cool colorway, so he ordered it. He did not realize it was an unreleased colorway from another store. So had he known that, he would not have released it. And he didn't know it until he dropped it on the website and put it on his Instagram, and people started just blasting him away. So he feels terrible, but he had already sunk the money into it. So, he's going to sell it. He doesn't want to be known as the guy that's stealing designs, and he did not intentionally release this one. I'm going to take him on his word because he does a lot of other cool custom colorways and stuff like that. So
it sold out fast, though.
It sold out really fast. It's a cool hat. I don't blame him for wanting to sell this hat. When I found out it's coming from Hat Club, I'm like, awesome. Cheaper shipping. But it's an awesome colorway, and I don't blame him for wanting to sell it. And he feels terrible for releasing it before they did.
Yeah, and the top right, that's meant to look like the Clippers. So,
that's
okay, gotcha.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So he just saw some cool colorways and decided to sell them, and so
I don't blame him. Good colors.
Yeah.
It's just like in the hat world, man, no one's gonna really let you get away with it. So I do take him for his word. I mean, it's not gonna be fun to do that again.
He did preview some other. He gave me a sneak peek at some other stuff he's got coming out. That's some really cool stuff. Hopefully he'll let me share it with you guys at some point. But he's got some cool NFL stuff coming up. So
Nice.
Topperz e-store does fantastic NFL hats.
Yeah,
almost everything that I see on that site, NFL has just been knocking it out of the park.
I think like NFL's less strict with them over there, though.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing he said is the market in Europe's a lot different than in the United States. It's not so tribal when it comes to NFL teams.
Yeah,
Right.
They're just huge fans of the NFL in general. So, especially in Germany, so they'll buy just about any team. Whereas here's stores in the United States, we tend to buy only our team when it comes to NFL for whatever reason. We're maybe just more passionate about our team or whatnot. So our stores here tend to not grab the NFL near as much, but he doesn't really have any problem selling any team over there.
Well, the Jaguars are going to move to London, supposedly.
I'm not surprised.
Sorry, Jacksonville.
Hey, we'll take them in Toronto too.
Hey.
So go ahead.
Exclusive fitteds, back at it again.
So I call this the copy page.
Yeah.
These are designs not exclusive to them, that have been released elsewhere.
Unexclusive fades. Okay, so
Exclusive. There you go.
We got some Cotton Candy. We got some T-Mark again. We got some fade tips. The X
fade tips. That's great.
Yeah, the Mets on Yankee. Mets X Yankees. Like, please.
It's done. Overdone.
Gotta stop. Okay, next.
Like it's bad enough. Then you gotta slap a pink bottom on it. Yeah, I don't know. And then the White Sox just looks like the J Tips colorway, but with the White Sox.
So that's that was a My Fitteds release.
Oh yeah.
A couple months
color
ago.
is that?
It was like infrared.
Yes. So infrared icy blue. That's J Tips colorway.
He was a Yankees one, but yeah, My Fitteds did this hat a while ago.
So I'm saying they just took the colorway and put a new team.
Oh, yeah, sure. But it looks a little bit different.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So this page is more. So they did a lot of like on-field World Series type releases here. So
these are more passable. These
are regular.
Interesting. They did the Philly maroon, so that they used to wear cardinal with the current logo. That one's kind of cool, but they didn't use the white button.
Oh,
right. Pancake would not approve. But yeah, I think like our resident Philly guy, one of the resident Philly guys, John Kiefer, was really upset when he saw the price. I think it was like $60 plus shipping or something. I don't know, whatever. I saw him complain something, but I think he was ready to buy it, and he'd have had to do the button swap. But anything here that kind of sticks out? I mean, this is kind of just regular stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You can find this on Fanatic. A lot of these, at least that San Francisco Giants, you can find it in Fanatics, Lids. Any website has that one.
Does the Brewers normally come in two-tone like that? Not really, right?
No.
It's kind of different.
I don't. Yeah, they don't use the two-tone. I don't think.
Yeah, I've only seen it in the batting practice hat where it's been two-tone. I've got one that's two-tone.
Yeah. There goes the big P again. I don't know. Last time we brought up a big P, Pierre yelled at us for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But there we go again with the Cardinal red with the current Phillies, but they did use the white button on that one. Interesting. Any kind of stick out here? They love putting the loser patch on that Philly hat.
Well, the Phillies are lovable losers.
Like there must have been at least 300 hats.
Exclusive Fitteds by far dropped the most hats this week. By far. I mean, it wasn't even close. I mean, they got 4 pages on this thing. So
yeah.
San Fran, is that a common patch?
No, well, it's starting to be common.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, we really hadn't seen it a whole lot besides, maybe this last month. But yeah, we're starting to see it all over the place now. So it's a cool patch.
And I'm glad to use the SF, the correct SF too, the 80s logo.
I hate the square, bricky SF logo. Do you like that one or do you like the current one, Hayes?
Man, I like the current one better. But I do enjoy that one. I mean,
yeah,
it's it's unique.
You just want it to be accurate.
Exactly. That makes it. It's kind of like I've seen some stores. I don't know who, but they dropped the current logo with Battle of the Bay. And to me, that's makes me kind of like.
Yeah. What patch is that for? That one right there?
It's an 84 All-Star game.
Thank you.
Okay. That's kind of different. That's the first time I've seen it. Or maybe the first time I really noticed it.
I think Hat Club used it on one of their collections here recently. I can't remember which one.
It's possible.
You're talking about the 84 All-Star?
Yeah.
I
know I've seen it somewhere.
I feel like I've seen it recently too.
Yeah, I see so many hats. It's hard to tell which one's which, but I know I've seen it before today. So this page is what I would consider their more exclusive colorway combos. Exclusiver. I've seen some of these colorways before, but maybe not in these teams. So yeah, I know they just came out like recently within the last hour dropped another one of that tan and blue. I actually really like that color combo.
I was going to say that's the one out of the four that looks that's passable. You know, that's
I don't hate green and orange.
That Expos looks good.
Yeah, I know a lot of people for some reason don't like the orange unders. I like them for whatever reason. So,
what kind of green is that though? It's not quite olive. It's not quite forest.
Right. It's too light to be forest. Yeah.
So it's not really like the Gatorade color. I don't know what kind of green that is though.
I'm gonna look it up.
See what is that green? Does that green on the cap match the logo on the Expo too? You know what I'm saying? Is that two different greens, right? Yeah, two different greens.
It's darker. I just feel like that green should either be lighter or darker. Like where it fits right now, it's kind of off to me.
Oh, let's see. It says olive green on the website, but that's not.
It doesn't seem like it.
Like I feel like that should be olive, or it should be like that dark green, but it's like neither. But I mean, it could just be the picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that hat.
Either one of those two bottom ones, I would take definitely before I'd take either of the top ones.
The top ones look like they're for Easter, kind of springy kind of hats. But,
all right, cool. That was exclusive fitters for the week.
LRD. We've seen that pink bottom Lakers, and we've also seen that pink lemonade from another place. We've also seen the East LA hats from Hat Club. So good to see them back. The watermelon as well. So the Dodgers script. So I've been looking for that hat. It's a Pro Image exclusive forever, and they never brought it back. So Locker Room of Downey brought it back, and I bought it, even though.
So how do you think they were able to bring a Pro Image exclusive hat? Like, did Pro Image release it? Like,
so that's what I don't know.
Rights to it or what?
I don't know if it's like the Dodgers just had it in their catalog and they just picked out of it, or if it's like something that they hired tattoo artist to write the script, and then they just I don't know what the story is. All I know is I wanted that hat. And,
you got it.
I did the move that I criticized other people for doing, but fuck it, I got the hat. Shout out to Chris. Chris got it for me.
I like that script.
Yeah, I have the Raiders one, like that, and I believe there's other teams too, but I've been always searching for that Dodger one. It's finally coming home. And then the Sugar Skull is kind of regular, right? But
it's the standard Lakers Sugar Skull.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked at the design of that? You know how MLB Sugar Skulls have like a little design on the chin pertaining to the city? Have you guys looked at the details on this one? I'm curious what it means.
I have not. I'm kind of Sugar Skulled out, so I haven't bought Sugar Skull since the neon Sugar Skull. So
the Sugar Skull, it's a Lakers, so I didn't even really.
I just did it, and I'm like, huh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't give it much thought after I posted it.
Oaklandish superhero stuff and fitted Hawaii dropped a bunch of stuff. So what's this Oaklandish thing?
So it's a hieroglyphic. I tried to look it up. You know anything about it?
Hieroglyphics is a hip hop group from the Bay Area. The most common name you guys probably most people know, Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Thank you.
He was part of that crew.
Gotcha.
Or he is part of the crew technically.
I know that people went nuts for that one. At least on my Instagram, they were tagging a bunch of other people like, "Hey, look at this hat." So must be a Bay Area thing.
Yeah. But people do like I said, the name Del the Funky Homo Sapien, worked with Gorillas, worked with that's the biggest name right now, world known, I should say.
Cool. Anyone know what that logo is for the superhero stuff?
Yeah, it's the Black Lantern Corps.
All right. I know nothing about Black Lantern. Is Black Lantern in DC?
Yeah, it's part of the Green Lantern. They're basically all dead, and they want to suck the light out of the universe.
Okay.
And the back of this hat is just a word mark that says death. So
This is a bad guy hat.
yeah, bad guy hat. Well, bad guy's hat.
Bad guy's hat. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be like the Marvel equivalent of the Black Lantern guy?
Who gives a shit? It's Marvel.
Hellfire Club or something?
Let's see. Who would be?
Is there?
I don't even know.
Is there even an equivalent of Green Lantern in the Marvel universe?
Not that I know of. No,
I don't think so.
Like Hawkeye or something.
No, Hawkeye's like Green Arrow. Like no,
Yeah.
Just a guy
I don't
with
think
stuff.
there's an equivalent.
Just the guy.
Captain Marvel.
So yeah, no.
Fit Hawaii coming back with some stuff. I'm assuming this one sold out. They don't have a problem selling hats.
They sell out all the time. I mean, just instantly.
Locals only. Good stuff. They got a retail spot too, I think.
They do. I think they might even have a couple.
Yeah. Just Fitteds coming out with some cool stuff.
So this is their NFL page, I'll say. So this was all their NFL drops for the week.
Yeah. So we're seeing the tan and the baby blue make a resurgence on another hat. Looks like you got a little San Fran. I don't even know what to call it. Is that like a little sticker?
No, so
that's an old design. That's from last season, isn't it?
That's from last season.
They're calling that the Shanahan.
Yeah.
So Shanahan, the coach for the Niners, designed the snapback version last year, and he wore it all season. People were buying it retail and selling it on eBay for over $200 at one point.
The snapback version.
The snapback version.
Wasn't his even kind of like a trucker one too?
Yeah. Yes.
Trucker snapback.
Yep.
But so yeah, finally we're starting to see it in a fitted. This is the second time we've seen it. Great.
I mean, it's a simple hat. I'm not going to
if you're a 49ers fan, I'm sure you'd be all over it.
I'm not paying that shipping though from Just Fitteds, unfortunately.
No.
Not for one hat.
You say Shanahan helped design it or did design it?
I'm not sure if he helped or he had input, but that's the one he chose, and that's
I know he wore the shit out of it. That's for sure.
Everywhere that was selling a New Era, Fanatics, they named it the Shanahan.
I didn't think it was anything special at all last season, and
I thought it was like
still don't like it.
Did he put the wrong logo on the wrong hat because it looked just way too small?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
and it's so weird to see Green Bay in a different color green.
I was about to say the color.
It was like I don't know what they're like, Prime Edition or something. It's a silver and green, not yellow and green. So.
And is it just me, or is that Rams logo do not look like a ram? It looks like a lion or some kind of
a lion with horns. Yeah, that's
horns.
Their redesign on their logo is just awful.
Go ask Angelo State Rams. That's where they got
they
the
ripped
logo
them off, right?
What?
They ripped off the Angelo State Rams logo.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's maybe
I've
not
never liked
off,
it,
but there was definitely some plagiarism going on.
Jeez.
Or they paid him off.
Or they paid him off too. Yeah, who knows? Now this is the what I'm calling the Just Fitted's copy page. Cheating on your homework page.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of digest here.
There is.
What is it
about? So I'm not mad at them for redoing the Ninja Turtles because Ninja Turtles is Ninja Turtles.
Oh, it's gonna these hats sell out no matter where they go.
Yeah. So I'm not really mad at that. It's just like when you know the people that make them, it's like a little bit worse.
Yeah. And I can't even really be mad about the Red Velvet or the Campfire. I mean, they're cool hats. People are gonna buy them. They want to sell cool hats. But the Northern Lights and the Mickey Mouse, again, these are two designs that hadn't been released yet. That they decided to go ahead and release them themselves.
Yep.
So we will see that Mickey Mouse hat here in later November, early December from Team Collective. So if you don't want to pay the shipping, this outrageous shipping from Just Fitteds, just wait 3 to 4 weeks and you'll be able to get it from Canada instead.
The only thing that I can see as a small justification is if European people like Hat Club and they don't want to pay for it to come over.
I mean,
Maybe
it is a completely different market, and it gives
something
them,
about just releasing it though before the
yeah.
person who releases it.
Yep.
It's not a good look, man. I
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, Leon. That's
And
exactly what
these guys tend to do it a lot.
More often than not, yeah.
Harder to sue people too when they live in a different country. It's like, what are you gonna do?
What are you going to sue over though?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
There's no,
Well, like Leon said, it's just a bad look, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, just make your own shit. Seriously.
So I mean, and obviously, you know, New Era just says, "Here you go. You can have it. You can use it." Right.
well, New Era is not going to say no to money.
Of course.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish New Era would, do something simple like, you know who made the mid, you know when they've ordered it and when you're delivering hats to them. Just don't deliver hats to anyone, that hat to anyone else until after that delivery date.
It's also hard to know if the mid will ever get ordered though, right? It's not like
Right.
you can go in and
So
look
maybe you
and
put a
say,
time
oh,
limit on it. You have, I don't know.
It's a weird thing to figure out. I don't know what
It's really, because I can't really blame New Era either. They're in the business to sell hats.
Right.
Right.
What are you going to tell them not to sell a hat? It's tough.
It is weird to me though that stores can see other stores' stuff. Like,
yes.
Like you're playing poker against each other and everyone can see everyone's hands and
Right.
what's in their cards. Like, it's weird, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Like,
yeah, like that is a good point. Like if I create a mid, why can any other store see that?
yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
It's a different thing, right? Like if you see a store come out with a cool colorway, like, all right, cool, let me try to recreate this or put my spin on this or whatever.
Yeah,
but like for you to be able to get the recipe and like, oh, they use that for that.
Not only the recipe, they send you the ingredients already pre-baked.
Yeah.
About to say, yeah.
It's crazy. It's a crazy game sometimes, man. I don't know, man. Like it's not there's no simple answers. I know there's like money at stake, there's business at stake, but like, I mean, you know, sometimes you kind of want some honor among thieves, but it is what it is. For You Caps came up with a bunch of NCAA stuff. Some of the logos are kind of like different, like the Gator usually. That is their primary logo, but sometimes you see it with the F, so that was kind of cool to see it just with the Gator. Any one of these kind of stick out to you? They're kind of just regular hats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're standard NCAA hats. They're primary logos on them. It's just cool. You don't see these very often unless you go to the bookstore or, you know, occasionally Fanatics will have them. But yeah, it was nice to see them drop a ton of them, 21 of them, all within this week. No teams, no schools I like, but you know, whatever.
I haven't seen the Virginia one. That's Virginia, right? Top, bottom left. I haven't seen that one come back.
Yeah, that's Cavaliers. Yep.
Clemson is kind of different because normally that's like a two-tone, or they do it on like a purple. So that one's kind of interesting.
A lot of times that logo will have an outline.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for them. I like seeing something different.
Yeah, to me the highlight here is got to be the Florida one because I haven't seen them do that in a couple of years. I think they're like a Nike school too.
And also, people, when I'm posting these, don't ask me where the fucking Ohio State Buckeyes hat is. If I see one, I'll post it. All right, but if you don't,
never make it though. Ohio's a Nike school.
Right.
You have to get old stock for Ohio State.
So if you don't see me post it, it's not there. Don't ask me where it is. There was one guy, like every time I posted a college hat, where's the Buckeyes? Go ask For You Caps.
Right. I don't know. I'm just posting the hats.
So anyway.
Oh God, these are back. Yeah, these are bad. We've roasted these hats before.
Yeah, they sell. I don't know why, but they do.
They sell. They're like $80, right? They gotta be like $80, $90.
They were 60.
Wow,
Oh,
that's not bad. It's coming down a little bit. We'll see the one on the left later, but terrible. Still came out with a I think this is like a hurricane relief pack. if I'm not mistaken.
So
that's why.
Okay, that's cool if it is.
Yeah.
The Philippine flag was very popular this week. We saw quite a few stores release something with it, so hopefully it is like a relief.
Yeah, it's to do with the hurricane relief. So,
Cool.
they did the peach bottom because they claim to be the originators of the peach bottom. They did do a pink bottom as well and a gray bottom. So, good for them. I mean, can do a bottom hat, I guess. Donate some money. That's pretty cool.
I was about to say, are they actually donating parts of their sales? That'd be cool.
According to them, I don't know. I haven't.
They did not say it on the website. Maybe they mentioned something in some social media.
I did read on it on their IG. They collabed with it was like a request from an artist that they work with or something.
Okay.
Cool.
These guys are out of Canada, so I hope they're not lying. But Team Collective came out with the Labatt pack, I believe they're calling it. So the right one is the London Rippers, and the left one is, what's that one called again?
The London Tigers.
London Tigers. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're Tigers affiliate, right?
Yeah, they're a Tigers affiliate from like 93 to or 88 to 93. And then the Rippers were a Frontier League team from like early 2000s to 2012. They both played at Labatt Field in London, Ontario, which claims to be the world's oldest continuously operated baseball field. So yeah, a little bit of history here. So yeah, these are all on pre-order, both on pre-order for another week, I think. So
which one you guys like better?
I like the one on the right, but I don't like that it's a black nasty.
I like the one on the left. I love them both. They're great hats. I like the one on the left more, just because it feels a little more historic with the white guts and the gray bottom.
Yeah.
And that's a minor league logo we're not going to see very often ever.
I'm surprised Leon didn't like the London Tigers because you were always looking for an L hat.
The thing to me is it looks more like a Tigers D than it does an actual L. I mean, if anything, it looks like an I.
It does look more like an I agree.
Right. But I think Jason's done enough explaining that I'm probably gonna have to pick that one up now. I just thought that these were just kind of like teams that maybe he did like work for, like softball teams or something. I didn't realize they're actual minor league.
Well, so the Frontier League is an independent league, not associated with Major League Baseball, but it is a professional league. But the London Tigers is actually affiliated with the Detroit Tigers. I think they were a AA team, and I looked up where they had moved on to. I can't quite remember where it is. I think they're the Trenton Thunder now that I think about it.
Okay. Yeah. So
which are no longer affiliated with the Yankees. So
you've done enough educating for me to jump on that one. So I'm probably gonna pick up the Tiger one now. I wasn't even offered it, but I did get the Rippers sitting on his desk waiting for him to ship it to me. But yeah,
it generally does a small run beforehand and does like friends and family before he puts on pre-order to get it out in the wild.
It's easier to show a hat on pre-order when you have the hat in hand.
Yeah,
I can't tell you.
There it is, in hand. I was waiting for one of you guys to say it.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you how many times, like, oh my god, it looked that good. The mock-up didn't look that good.
Right.
So
that's what that's in hand.
There you go.
Here's the London Tigers.
That's sharp.
White guts, yeah.
Nice.
No Batterman, toned out logo. And then
that logo is pretty raised too, right?
Yeah, it's got a little raise. Oh, where's the camera at? A little bit of raise to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that embroidery is hard to pull off, man, because you go the white, you do the white first, flat, and then you do the orange raised on top. That fabric cannot move a millimeter, or else your whole design's thrown off.
Oh wow!
So, I mean, you have an advantage of sewing it flat and then assembling the hat.
Right,
but if you're trying to like do that look post production, it's very, very hard.
And then
so it's hard to do.
I'll be talking, so the camera will be on me. But here's that Rippers, cool logo. The back hit is their alternate logo.
Oh, that's cool.
Did they do that on the front of a hat?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they ever did, but I have seen I looked up a lot of stuff on the Rippers, and this was apparently an alternate logo or like a road logo at one point. So, yeah,
Those are
cool.
both
I
really
love what
great.
he's doing, keeping it tied to his local area.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are both great.
From there.
Clink Room came out with a bunch of designs. Pretty strong week. I would say fellow host Jason's got the Undertaker coming out from the Clink Room. Do you want to talk about your experience there working with Casey, get that done? What made you reach out to Casey to get this one done, Jason?
Yeah, so I'm a big like baseball history retro logo buff, right? And the Iowa Cubs, if you will, are Des Moines has had a long baseball history, going back to like the 1880s. So in 1903, Des Moines had a team called the Undertakers, because that was the off-season profession of their manager. And so obviously they wouldn't have had logos back then. I think they might have used a DM on their jersey or whatever. So I just wanted to come up with a logo that, reimagine if they were going to start up the team again this year, what would their logo look like? And I had this concept and a rough sketch, and I reached out to Casey like, hey, how do I get this done? He's like, well, you can try and find a designer, or, we're kind of busy, but if you want to wait a little bit, we can work with you. And I'm like, shoot, let's work with you. And he took my concept and my sketch and just killed it, literally. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. We worked back and forth on the colors a little bit. These were inspired by the world's most famous Undertaker. So I wanted to make sure I incorporated purple in there. And so, I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out for sure.
Great look.
I agree 100%. I love the shadowing that you guys incorporated into his suit and the shovel and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know that when it's going to be drawn by Casey, it's going to be drawn made to embroider well. There's no unnecessary pieces of color or any unnecessary lines in the whole damn
cufflinks are skulls, so I don't know how well that's going to work with that small a detail, but we'll see. I'm pretty excited to see how it comes out. So hopefully it makes it to production.
And then going from the top, I think Jacobo design, top left?
Yeah, the Aztec Warrior.
Yeah. So he had done like a series of I think votes to see what colorway to do that one in. So it was pretty cool that he settled on the green and kind of tan there. And then we got the wing batter. And then we have an interesting one. I think that's done by the BP Mercenaries. I think they've done some work with the with Clink Room before, and then Undertaker, and then the double koi. And the Communion one is really cool. It's a cool concept.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
Into the design. Do you guys remember who did that design?
No, but I will look quick.
Yeah, that one's looks like he's got like a lime green under, with green and black.
So that was done by Magnus.
Okay.
Out of California. He doesn't have an Instagram, and I don't know if he's done something with them before or not.
It's a cool
That's a really neat concept, though. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of fading into it. I would say the kind of weakest one of the bunch is got to be the koi, the split black white.
Yeah, the Scarface look.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if you just would have went one koi or just the two koi.
It's interesting that because we haven't seen that from Clink Room yet. So with the dual colors on the crown, so it'd be interesting.
I get what they were going for. They were going for the yin and yang kind of look.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I don't know.
It's tough though because it's up against 5 really good hats.
Sure.
Right.
And the other 12 that are on pre-order right now too. So
Yeah.
they got some good stuff right now.
They do.
Yeah, but who knows? But good stuff overall. Usually though, anytime Clink Room does some type of week off, so last week it was the X-ray stuff. So you give an extra week for the designs to build up. Maybe you have more, content to pick out of. A little, the cream rises to the top a little bit. So overall,
there were a lot of people quite upset that the 2 Thanksgiving ones that were on Monday morning crits didn't make it, but I can see why they didn't. Maybe they'll hold them off for, pre-order in July of next year, just so because they wouldn't even be here. They'd be here in February, right?
Well, it's the same thing with the Halloween.
Halloween one, yeah.
You're buying it during Halloween, near Halloween mood, but by the time you get it, it's near Halloween. So
those are tough to sell, because if you want to sell them in time, you have to sell them like 3 months in advance. And who's thinking of Thanksgiving in July besides maybe Canadians, because that's when they're thinking.
We have our Thanksgiving in October, but I get what you mean. It's the same thing with us. We have a Christmas design that we just put through in September, 50-50 on whether or not we get it for Christmas, but we didn't want to pre-order it in September because it didn't make any sense. So we're just going to take a risk and try to drop a run. But it's the same kind of thing with the seasons. Like, people want it and they want it now, but sometimes when you have to drop the pre-order, it's not going to do well. But thankfully for guys who collect hats and whatever, you're going to collect it and you're going to wear it when you want to, when it's appropriate, and that's kind of how it goes. Just sports, dropped a bunch of NFL logos and hats and stuff like that. So some of the logos look kind of different.
These are NFL classic logos. Obviously the Ravens doesn't look too different because frankly they haven't been around for that long.
Right.
But yeah, this was a custom collection by Just Sports for their charcoal classic NFL line. So yeah, this was exclusive to them. Well, as exclusive as anything from New Era.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is cool to see them do some custom stuff again. It's been a little while.
It's the one on the top left.
The top left is the Arizona Cardinals. Or that actually it's probably the St. Louis Cardinals. Could even be the Chicago Cardinals.
That's a bird?
That's a bird.
On the football, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a bird looking backwards. He's sitting and looking backwards. Do you see his beak? Cardinal has that big old crown feather.
Almost looks like a wolf howling.
It does look like a wolf, but if you look at it on the website and look at it, it's actually a cardinal sitting there looking over its shoulder.
Okay.
No.
I don't like the Jets one. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I like the Niner one, but I'd rather it just be in the Niner colors. I mean, it wouldn't be a collection though, but yeah.
They did a good job with this collection, in my opinion. It's nice to see older logos and.
Yeah, I love the old logos.
Yeah.
Ecap City, back at it again.
I mean that Pittsburgh Pirates 75th World Series. That's about it.
The Mariners isn't terrible.
The A's ain't bad.
I just think that the side is so much bigger than the front.
Haven't we seen that A's before?
I mean, we've seen all of these before. I think nothing is really.
Well, that A's, Hat Club did it as the pink lemonade, but I think on this one the underbrim is like a mint green.
Yeah.
It's green.
Mint green?
I think so. Yeah, it's not Hunter or.
And when I put these slides together, I would use Ecap City uses those pictures where they tilt the hat. You can see the undervisor, but there's so much shading on them that I can't get them to look right on here. I went with
Phillies one. We just seen Hat Heaven release it.
Yep. Hat Heaven just did that one a few weeks ago.
The Phillies 96 ain't bad though. That's just like a regular All-Star Game patch hat.
Yeah.
What about the Bulls, upside down Bulls? That seems. I mean, I've seen the upside down Bull logo before, but
not bad. But like they ruined it with that weird side patch.
And you would not actually wear that in Chicago, or at least in part of Chicago.
Probably, you're right.
And I feel like that Mariners one came out recently too, didn't it?
Yep.
Somewhere else, right?
Yep.
Wasn't it somewhere else?
Yep. I think actually Hat Heaven.
That's what I thought.
Now that I think about it, because he took that spring training logo and
I think the only thing that's theirs is the upside down Bulls. I don't even know if that's theirs, and then the NJ, the New Jersey.
Yeah, the New Jersey, camo New Jersey, that is their logo.
Everything else is weird. The East LA, we've seen Hat Club just recently do those. The Team Describe, Green Eggs and Spam, New York, that was a rough looking hat.
That one's a mess.
Jeez. But yeah, Ecap City. It's so sad to see a cool or just fucking phone it in for the last.
Yeah.
Whatever. But whatever, moving on. Ecaps Unlimited, killing some stuff. The Welcome to Brooklyn stuff looks kind of cool. Looks like everyone is re-releasing the Angry Blue Jay with the 30-year anniversary. The Red Bottom Blue Jays is kind of interesting. But
the Red Bottom Diamondbacks is kind of interesting too.
Oh,
yeah, it's just nothing making me want to pull my credit card.
But that Welcome to Brooklyn, they do that one quite a bit. They've done quite a few colorways in that one. So
yeah, I'm not mad at that one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Their own design, right?
It might be. I mean, I've seen different places
how exclusive that Vegas style sign is.
True. Good point.
But they do it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. That Orioles looks like an off. That orange.
It's yellow.
It's why yellow though?
Why not?
All right. I don't know.
Something different,
I guess. Lids came out with some stuff.
So Lids did obviously the three on the right are just some dark greened out and
stuff.
Yeah, Seaside Navy. So that's that Patriots Navy.
Oceanside, isn't it?
Oceanside, sorry. Yeah,
there you go.
Ocean, Sea, whatever. I live in landlocked Iowa. I don't see any of those ever. And then a charcoal. So the one on the upper left, though, is what they call the ombre.
Yeah, it's weird. The Blue Jay one didn't get anything. The Blue Jays is just gold. Like it didn't have any type of color.
So they did 15 teams in that. And most of the logos were like blue, white, red kind of gradient. And then some of them were just all blue. The Blue Jays one looked nice.
But it's not ombre though.
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't.
It's just solid color.
Yeah, it didn't seem to belong with this.
So weird. I mean, they do that to the Jays all the time. Anytime there's some sort of American patriotic thing, like we got to have our own design to look different. It's like just you almost may as well just leave us out because it's just like we're not left out, but then our design's completely different. It's just weird.
Yeah, but it's nice to see them getting some styles back on lids.com after a while.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like they're funneling their stuff through Macy's.
Their better stuff is going through Macy's, yeah.
That's the in-store stuff, though, on Macy's I've seen. I don't think I've seen this anywhere in-store. Any of these are going to, I don't think.
Well, that's because lids.com and lids stores are completely different.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because they were advertising the fact that they had a bunch of World Series patch hats, right? But you could buy those same hats on Macy's.com, and then they had just advertised like, oh, we brought, due to popular demand, we brought back NFL Elements 1.0, and they had listed them all at Macy's. So I think that's just kind of the way to.
That's where the lids stores are. Their online presence is Macy's.com.
It's so weird.
That is weird.
So weird.
You can get stuff that's out of your market in store and buy it.
Yeah, I get it. I just think that it's kind of like a sleazy way to break your contract because.
Oh, right.
If you sold your online business to Fanatics, but all right, well, we're not going to give you these hats to sell online. We'll just give them.
They didn't sell their online business. They sold lids.com. Good name.
Yeah. So they get a commission anytime anyone makes a sale off of lids.com. Yeah. But instead of stocking it with proper shit, they're just like, oh, Macy's. It's just weird, but whatever.
It is weird.
Bronx Social came out with a bunch of T-Mark stuff, it looks like. Guessing these are probably like $100, $90 at least.
These are all 90, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. Have fun. With that. Yeah. Mob Deep one's kind of cool. NOS, the Illmatic one's kind of cool, but just the price point's just a little high. I get it though. It costs money for the embroidery and labor and all that. Yeah.
So it's interesting. They buy the hat and then they embroider themselves and then sell it.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess so. You have a couple more days left on this pre-order, so it's the Day of the Dead geisha hat. We're gonna pull this one on Sunday night, so you got about 2 more days left for to get your orders in on this one. This is the Day of the Dead geisha.
Nice.
Hazor helped me do the translation. I've already forgot.
Dia de los Muertos.
There you go for all our Spanish speaking.
A little clash of cultures on that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
This one is the Wolf Cub. This was a tribute to our good friend Sebastian over in Germany. His son, unfortunately, suffers from this disorder, STX-BP1. So the maroon is the official color for the awareness. For that's why it's that color. And I just showed you a couple of the options that we were kind of going through with Tony, providing those. We ended up settling on the gray, kind of smiling.
It's a good choice.
Wolf Club, I guess. I really wanted the howling one, or even like the one that we used in the ad where he's kind of growling.
Yeah.
But we ended up getting the sitting down howling one. So you got 2 more days, and then we will close the pre-order. And then when we close, we're going to open the pre-order for the Views from the Vault hat. So the original colorway comes in a navy. Am I wearing that stuff? Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. Comes in navy. That one's more of like a Boston colorway. So we decided to do like a more of a Toronto colorway. So if you want, there have been a ton of people hitting me up on the DM trying to get their hands on the navy one. Too bad we don't have any more of those left. So you have to get the blue one. So anyone interested to get me and Pierre on a hat? We do have the reverse of this one in the works. So basically the Views from the Vault word mark that will eventually get approved. Hopefully, cross fingers, knock on wood. New Era is not. New Era will most likely approve it, but that will come later. And then we also have a collab in the works with our friend Adam from Over Your Head. So keep an eye out for those 2 designs.
So if they approve it for a back hit, why wouldn't it not already be approved for a front?
I just don't want to say that they will, and then just in case, I'm just covering my ass. But there's been dumber stuff.
Yeah. There's no logic to New Era. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just don't want to guarantee, and then whatever they
Right.
doesn't work or whatever. But 99.9% of the time they will approve it.
Makes sense.
And then this one is a collaboration with my friend
There we
Chris.
go.
So we're releasing this one Monday, basically. So the side hit reads his last name in Japanese. The front is obviously a samurai. And then the back is a TC with a sword, and it's got a couple of sakuras.
That's awesome, man.
That's
This
badass.
one's dropping Monday. It'll be open for about 2 weeks. Red bottom, black hat, homing beacon. The flag is going to be, it's not going to be that red color. It's going to be red with black. So the flag is going to be two-tone, not two-tone, but a split flag. You guys may have seen that.
So the end will be the outline of the end will be red, and the outline of the flag will be stripes will be black.
Black, yeah.
Okay.
So it'll kind of be like hidden, but the end will be red, basically.
Dude, fantastic job on this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
Yeah, Tony killed this one.
Yeah.
Chris has been really, really patient. This has actually been in approval from early COVID times, but when we originally submitted it, we were going to do it in some crazy funky colors, and then we decided not to make it more regular. So the actual act of switching it from department to department really, really delayed it. So
Gotcha.
we're really glad to get this one going. So
Heck yeah.
ever wanted a Chris K hat? This is his, from what I understand, this is his first custom. He's done.
Sign me up.
You get
It's
the breakers.
awesome.
And it's not
I'm in.
Dodger colors, so
I was about to say, I'm surprised it's not in Dodger colors.
Right.
It's tough to do a samurai and Dodger. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
the second one will be. Who knows?
this is nice work on
Yeah,
this
that's solid though. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
it is, man. Great job.
Yeah. Some people were asking for the back logo to be on the front, so we might do that too, and then just do the silhouette of the samurai at the back. I don't know. We can play with it. I mean, Tony killed it with the art, so
Yeah.
we own it. And the
That's
good
very
thing
cool.
about doing your own customs is hopefully no stores, knock on wood, steal it. So exclusive to us.
As long as you filed it right, they should
Yeah.
be able to.
So
I got and I noticed the side patch goes in the logo of the samurai. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Good detail there.
That's really cool.
yeah. We wanted something to represent his family and stuff. So
That's awesome, dude.
that was fun. So on to the keeper weepers and sleepers. Jason, let's talk about it.
Yeah. I thought okay. So we got the bronze.
Well, you had Pierre's slides, and then we took his out. So you're first now.
No. Sorry. Anyway. So yeah, this is the bronze from corporate and Time Mathis. Just like this color combo. The Reds logo you don't see too often. You don't see that side patch hardly at all ever. Yeah, just a really neat design. Really nice colorway. I'm kind of sad I missed out on this one. I just took too long deciding to pull the trigger, and there was no bullets left when I did. So
yeah, it's interesting colorway. It's almost like a Workman, almost like a Carhartt type.
Mm-hmm.
What's the under on this again?
it was just that same green. If I remember,
Like a Kelly?
yeah, there wasn't a description. It might be gray even. I don't know. There wasn't really a description online. There wasn't a picture showing it for sure. So
Yeah.
but yeah, good work, Ty. My sleeper is this London Tigers. Again, retro MILB hat. I'm going to be all over it. Love that it belongs to the oldest working baseball field in the world. Yeah, cool design, cool logo. And I already have it, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Good shit.
So don't sleep on it. And my weeper, not because it's a Boston Celtics hat, but mostly because of this silicone garbage. I don't need to have an oven mitt on the front of my hat or a cutting board on the front of my hat. Get the silicone out of here. Get the liquid chrome out of here. Just embroider the damn thing.
Yep.
You can't tell me, because I don't know what goes into making a silicone logo, but it can't be easier than doing embroidery. And this just looks like garbage.
Yeah.
You think it'll fall off eventually?
Eventually, the glue will wear down. Glue doesn't last forever. And these aren't sewn on; they're glued on or ironed on or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fixed.
heat adhesive.
Yeah.
Yes, TJ. That's the only place silicone belongs.
Well, if it falls off, then you can always, iron on a cool patch, and then you've got a good hat finally.
Yeah. New Era has been, for their 100th year, it's
Right.
been very underwhelming.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
I don't know what Mystic Mac is. Oh, we'll also be seeing Chris's Samurai. We just showed you Chris's Samurai hat, Mystic Mac. I don't get what you. I don't get what your question is, but my keeper of the week, the Undertakers, by New Clinker, Jason, Clink Room. Saw it. I was like, damn, that's a badass logo. Made me think of the Undertaker, the purple and black, and the gray. And then he told me the story on it. So there's goes back to 1903. Just crazy work. I know it's gonna stitch well. I'm pretty much gonna have to get my order in really, really quick before I forget. But this is a great job. Jason is really coming out strong. First hat, first custom.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do another one because I don't know if I can top this one. So
Right, you got to go out on top, right?
I was about to say, he just wants to do one that's good so he can be on top.
Yeah.
Smart
So,
man.
I still got some other ideas in there in my head. So I'm always willing to work some other artists to bring it to life. So
Yeah, world class. Good hat.
thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, good work all around, man. I'm really happy to see this. Really happy for you. You were kind of teasing this for a little while, so I'm glad it all came together. And who better than Casey to work with?
Right.
This is the locker room at Downey. Now I don't know if this is a stolen design. I just know that Pro Image had it before. So either way, Pro Image. I had Chris search like every Pro Image in California for my size. He could not find it. Popped up on locker room at Downey. Ended up grabbing it. So this is my sleeper. But yeah, this is a hat I've been on the hunt for since early in the year. So locker room at Downey.
Good job.
The Weeper. So this is a Weeper for two reasons. The first reason for its existence and the second reason for the re-up. So I guess they sold enough that they had to re-up this hat, which makes it a double Weeper.
But
I don't know.
At least this one doesn't have the either broken egg or bird shit on the back.
So they've omitted the bird shit?
Yeah, so this one's just got the MIL or MLB logo with the word mark Mighty NYC over the top of it.
Okay, so it's version 2. Great. So
Version
people
2,
who bought the version 1 might have to buy this one too. Like the bird shit thing, it's crazy that they copied Staple for that, number one. And then the pigeon is a staple too. So I don't know. There's something about this. The embroidery sucks.
Yeah, it almost looks like post-production broken embroidery machine embroidery.
It's just weird, man.
Jim said earlier, instead of the Mets X Yankees, you should do a Pigeon X Kong.
It actually looks like somebody's grandma cross-stitched this thing onto the hat.
$60 this thing?
Yeah. All yours for $60? Well, not anymore because it's sold out.
It's sold out?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
What the fuck do we know?
I know.
Anyway, that's the Weeper of the week.
Nothing.
I don't get it, but whatever.
I don't either. I agree.
Hayes, about your.
So yeah, no. The keeper of the week for me this week is definitely Jacobo's design. As most probably you guys know, my background, my heritage is Mexican. So right off the bat, I was drawn to this design. I do have to say though, Jason's, you were there too, but Leon and I discussed that he was going to call yours out, so I wanted to call the second one for the record. But this one, not only does it give a shout out to Mexican heritage, the design is awesome. After reading the description, it's a fuselage to aircraft from the girl designs some fuselage of aircraft, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and it gives a call out to women. Women are, in my opinion, make the world go round. So props to my mom and my wife and everybody. But anyways, so this is amazing design. I like the stance. I like the weapon. Cool colorway, like Leon said already. So they put it up for vote and it came out pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, so as we all know, Leon is our resident animal expert. You're now Views from the Vault's Mexican cultural expert.
Okay.
Perfect.
How
do you pronounce the weapon?
Would women have allowed to bend warriors in the Aztec culture?
Not from what I do know.
Okay. I'm just curious. I wasn't sure if they would have been or not.
So what's interesting about that, right? So in this, I don't know about American culture, but in Mexican culture, the woman is the queen or the king, if you will, the runs the house. Inside the house, she makes all the decisions. Outside the house, the man makes the decisions in typical Mexican culture. Mexican culture is also known as machista, very dominating by the male. But once again, you get inside the house, mom, wife has the last call. She makes the decisions. So
very cool.
How do you pronounce that weapon? With the
what's it called?
It's got the obsidian blades and it almost looks like a paddle.
Yeah, I actually don't know the name of that weapon itself.
I swear there were women Warriors in Apocalypto, but sometimes you can't always get your facts from movies. So
I don't remember them being warriors. I think they were just fighting, because they were trying to take their village.
Remember like that scene where they're throwing stuff at the slaves? Weren't there like women that were like shooting bow and arrows and stuff?
I know what you're talking about. I just can't. I don't know.
And for the record, I don't claim to be a Mexican history buff.
Neither does Leon. Doesn't claim to be an animal expert either, but on this show, he is one.
Yeah, you get that.
I will take that badge and wear it proudly. Sleepers. Once again, we talked about the logos. They use retro NFL logos. I'm a big Niner fan, so I have to get a shout out to this one. I have this design in different colorways, but this one just grabbed me. The graphite with the black highlights on the actual woodmark looks great. Mm-hmm. It's once goes back to my comment earlier. I wear black a lot. Black's my favorite color, so if I have to wear a colorful outfit, I can just pop in a black hat. With this one, with the graphite, I feel like you have a little more flexibility. You can go light colors, you can go black colors. But just Sports Arizona did a good job of dropping these. And,
all right, TJ has put the name of the weapon in the chat. So Hayes, you're gonna have to help us.
Yeah, there's no way I can pronounce that.
Let's see. Makohatl. So it's Huytl. You pronounce it as Yutl.
Okay.
So Makohatl.
Okay, because I have me and Tony have a hat with that coming up, so I needed to know how to pronounce that word.
Makohatl.
So
we got I have one with two of them on there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Makohatl.
All right.
And then the Weeper. We already said it. I mean, I don't know what Nero was thinking. I have no idea why. The idea of a general logo with just put the team's logo on it and patch it on. It's not even patched on though. That's the thing. It's plastic, silicone. Ugh.
Yeah, we've harped on.
Yes.
Right.
Terrible.
Horrible.
All right, so my keeper was the Northern Lights Oakland A's version. And, if you had asked me a year ago if I was going to be buying a lavender hat, my answer would have been absolutely not. There was no way I would be interested in a lavender hat. And lo and behold, Hat Club comes along and puts one of my favorite logos on the front of this hat. And the color just worked for me. The combination of the green and the blue just worked great with the gold. I mean, it just all works great together. And I wasn't planning on buying any of these hats, and this one got me. This one just sucked me right in. So this one definitely it for me.
Not a common logo they use, right?
No, that's the reason. That's one of the reasons I was so excited about it, is because it's not a very common logo. I've only seen that logo on ones that I've gotten from the Coliseum. Mm-hmm. So. So it was, so again, yeah, it's not all the time that you see that logo coming out. And then, like I was talking about earlier, the thing that really made me happy too was to see something different on the side patch than the Battle of the Bay patch, because of course I got love for the Battle of the Bay, but series, but I mean, I don't even know how many hats I have with that patch on it already. So, I need something different, and this definitely fit the bill. So I was very, very happy with it.
I didn't bring this up earlier, but this was actually kind of a miss for me, these Northern Lights. I think I would have liked them more if it was a darker purple. I know why they chose this purple. I get that. But if this was a darker purple, would you guys like it more or less?
Well, I think the original intent of the capsule, if that was the original name for it, I would have preferred them to go purple and straight teal.
Okay.
With bronze, right?
Yeah.
But to me, it didn't make. To me, like this doesn't, like the name doesn't equate.
Yeah.
I mean, it equates if you say Northern Lights.
I'm just looking at the aesthetic of the hat. They can call it whatever they want to call it.
Right.
Dark purple, huh?
Personally, I like the lighter.
Okay.
I do.
I think I
that
would like it more if it was a darker purple, not necessarily like dark purple, but like
I avoid the pastels.
Yeah.
So the pastels, the teal, the gold. To me, it's a miss, but other people love it. You know, you see Pierre. He posted a picture of almost all of them. They look great together. It's not something I would really.
They take a good family photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing that I'm talking about. You know, I mean, I never would have saw myself,
right,
you know, into this kind of color, but obviously the previous collections that we've seen come through, you know, have paved the way for this. And then, you know, and I honestly, yeah, right, absolutely. And when this initially was coming around, when they started hinting on this color, I had no interest whatsoever. But like I said, as soon as I saw this, it completely changed my mind. You know, that and the Colorado one I think turned out really great. You know, and the Marlins one turned out really great too. You know, both.
Are you someone, Aaron, that would wear this during a seasonal time, or would you just would wear this any time of the year?
I don't know how much I would wear this. You know, when you say seasonal, are you talking about during the baseball season, or seasonal as in like
Easter? You bust this out on Easter or spring?
No, I don't really hold myself to seasonal. You know, this only is appropriate for this season. If I look up, I mean, usually what I do is I sit here in this chair, I turn around and look at all the cases, and I figure out what I'm going to wear, and whatever grabs me is what I wear. So it doesn't matter what the weather is, you know. So
cool. I just gotta say that I'm happy they didn't use that Battle of the Bay.
Yeah, right.
Well, as a Giants fan too.
Understandable.
Okay.
So my sleeper is the blackouts that we talked about earlier from All the Right. I was, you know, I really like the A's one, of course, you know, but the Pittsburgh one kept grabbing me back because that side patch just really, when you look at that combination of the side patch with the yellow under, it just pops. I mean, this is the epitome of pop, you know, when you see it here. And it's a sleeper for me because the blackout hat, like I explained earlier too, is just something I had kind of gotten away from over the years, and it just really just never did anything for me over the last 10 years. And then all of a sudden, here's this one that, you know, it's just bang, it's right in my face, and I really like it a lot. So this is a good one, and I think this little series that All the Right put out is definitely a winner for sure. And then my weeper. So I had been talking earlier about Topperz eStore doing fantastic NFL work, and I can't even tell you how long my list is of hats that I want to get from them in their NFL, you know, in the NFL collections. And then I came across this today, and I don't know if it's a shoe, if it's a sneaker match or something, but this is awful. I mean, I'm sorry. I just the color just it's not for me. You know, this is just I don't understand creations like this. You know, it doesn't register in my brain how it makes sense anywhere. So that's really why it's my weeper. You know, usually Topperz store hits all the right notes on their NFL hats, and this one definitely just missed the mark.
Yeah, I'm trying to like pin it down. Like, what is the color?
Exactly.
Right. You know, just it makes no sense whatsoever. You know, I don't get it.
Kind of teal and copper. Kind of
get rid of the blue. It's an excellent hat.
Yeah, right. It could be better for sure if you change the colors.
Copper and blue. It's got to be something.
Right.
I know the D-backs kind of use copper blue, but not this much copper, not this much blue.
Right.
It's a different blue. It's more teal.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of when New Era used to do the New Era by You, and you could go in and design your own hat and do all that stuff, and there used to just be hundreds of designs that people had done, you know, that you could kind of leaf through and see what they had done, and you'd see stuff like this on there all the time. So that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that teal, I agree. And I love teal.
This is a rough hat. That's a good it's a good week. Well, I have a little confession to make. I spent a lot of time designing Hoon, like a news from the Far East, the Hoon report. And I was designing that, and then I forgot to include his slides. So we're gonna have to do the Hoon.
Put them on next week.
Yeah, we'll put them on next week. So
Yep.
there was a couple cool designs, but we won't see them until next week. But yeah, so thanks for joining. We've gone almost 2 hours. We're going to take it to FHS. So if you guys are not a part of Fitted Hat Society, make sure you guys go on the Facebook. We're going to be posting the feed there. We will not be airing it on YouTube. So if you need the invite to the Zoom party, shoot me or Jason a DM, or Hayes or Aaron. We'll be jumping on and going from there. But I want to thank our guest hosts for coming on at the last second. You guys filled in admirably for the leader of the group, Pierre. He had some stuff to kind of deal with today, so we
a lot fewer swear words. We might actually get a PG rating on this.
I know. I might actually be able to. So when I upload the video, it's like, is this made for kids? Yes or no? I might be able to take yes without losing our rating.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having me. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It's greatly appreciated. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to be counting through number 40 through 31 in our top 50 of the year. It's the first time I've ever really done this as a collector. I've never really looked at hats from certain time to certain time and ranked them. So it has been an interesting kind of way to kind of summarize the year. I went through. Jason provided me like a subsection of his website to actually go week by week to see every hat that came out, and holy, there was a lot of hats.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys have any hats that would kind of stick out to you that would be like top 10 worthy? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but for me, I could tell you, I think out of my top 10, I think like 6 or 7 of them are freaking from Hat Club. So
yeah, I actually have 6 different stores in my top 10.
Okay, you're way more diverse than me. I don't know. For me, it's just some of the stuff that Hat Club came out with this year is hard to get. It's hard to bump.
I mean, yeah, they were by far and away the #1 store all year long. Just on volume, diversity, they killed it. They're basically the reigning champ. Everybody's punching up at them. We'll see if that changes next year. At this rate, though, I don't think it's going to.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I was thinking about it, and number one, I was glad that I don't have to figure out a list because I don't even know where I'd start. But one of the hats that that has always been in probably in my top 5 is the Chamuco Flying Devil. I mean, that's one of my absolute all-time favorite logos. And the last release that just came out, that graphite on black with the red under, with the red textured under, just it's one of my absolute favorites. And I think that
colorway for that hat.
I'd say the original one, the blue one, is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something about the well, I know what it evokes in my mind. The colorway evokes Superman in my mind, because all the colors are Superman's costume.
Yeah.
And not that I was a huge Superman fanatic or anything, but it just evokes something familiar, in my head when I first saw that really, just appealed to me, and I really liked it. But I just love that logo, and he's pulled it off now in 3 different colors that just look fantastic. I mean, it's really one of my absolute favorites, for sure. And
for me,
go ahead.
Go. Sorry.
No. I was just going to say Clink Room. Yeah, there's several I would choose from there. That would be up in my top 10 for sure.
Clink's tough. I know Jason went a different route on this, because for me to cut down the list, number one, I didn't rank any of my own hats, for reasons, but the main reason was to have more slots in the top 50. And then for the Clink Room stuff that hasn't landed yet, it was very tough for me to include in the top 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though I've been reading, like mock-ups, and I get a good idea of like how stuff turns out, I still think it's hard to rank a hat above a hat that's already completed in hand finished production, whatever. So yeah, what, like, off the top, what are your favorite Clinks that came out so far?
I'm really partial to the sidekicks, of course. The the one that we all like, the rhino and the bird. I thought that one came out fantastic. And then the red winged blackbird, that one, but just, I mean, the way it translated onto the hat and the symmetry of that logo is just, it's perfect. I mean, in the way, at least to my eye. And it's just, that logo just shines off of that hat, and that's tough to do when you're shining off of a black hat. I mean,
are you getting the X-ray versions of both?
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about getting the X-ray of the sidekicks, but not the blackbirds. I like the original the best, so I'm gonna stick with that.
What about you, Hayes? What are some of your early favorites for Cap of the Year, top 10, whatever?
Right, the first one that came to mind, and we already said Hat Club killed it. But I know they were the first one to come out with Red Velvet. I'm a big fan of the Red Velvet drops. Back when it was February, before COVID hit, I shouldn't say COVID, before the pandemic exploded, I should say. But that was, oh man, as soon as I saw it, I was lucky enough to hit it on the original drop. I didn't have to wait for the pre-order or anything like that. And when I got I'll say it in hand, the fact that the logo once again was used, they used a cream color on the front logo and the patch. It just looked such a good looking hat. It really came out with. So that would definitely be one of my top 10 of the year, just right off the bat. That was the first thing. And yeah, I'm a little biased because I'm a Giants fan, but the whole series, just the whole capsule, like you call it, it just came out nicely.
Cool. All right. Well, with that being said, Jason, do you have anything to add before we kind of sign off?
No.
All right, cool. Make sure you guys like, rate, review, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We thank you guys for all the support, all the kind words, all the suggestions, and great comments. Shout out to the 40 people watching live. You guys are the reason why we keep doing this. Make sure you catch us on
amazing. You can stick around, listen to me and Leon blab about hats for 2 hours. So
yeah, exactly. All right. Marion's already asking for the link, so we're gonna hop over.
Sounds good.
Use After Dark.